In 2006, when the first Outwin competition happened, I was actually going to school in Baltimore, and that was the first time coming to the Natural Portrait Gallery to see that show. And I remember thinking, oh man, this is so great. I wish I could be in this show. And for a while, I just kept telling myself, you're never gonna get in. And then one of my friends said, hey, I think you should do it anyway. And at that point, my only goal was just get in the show. Just get in the show. Later on, I looked and I was like, oh my God, I'm one of the prize winners. And I was like, this is so unreal. The name of my painting is Legacy, and it deals with a lot of the social issues that are currently going on in the United States and have been going on since the birth of the United States. Legacy is a small painting about 8 by 10 inches done on dye bond using oil paint. The fact that it's so small meant that it took a significant amount of time with very small brushes to capture the intricate details. Hopefully those details are what make it stand out and draw the viewers in. Legacy is about Jordan Castile, who's a friend and fellow painter. In the painting, I think she's acknowledging her legacy, but she's also asserting herself as a dominant presence. There are lots of different kind of symbols and layers. In the portrait, Jordan is actually sitting kind of in the foreground, and behind her are bits and parts of her past. There is a shelf of books, which represents education. I think the reason why Black Lives Matter is a prominent theme throughout much of the work in this year's competition is because it's something that's really real. And now that we have instant communication and access to ways of accessing change, it's not that these things weren't going on before now, it's just now that there's more agency and easier ways to get those messages across. One of my hopes is, even though they're very minute and subtle nudges, and maybe not so subtle nudges about what the painting is about, I hope that the viewer walks away with it, not only thinking about it, but has their own interpretation of what legacy means to them, and what those symbols mean to them in the painting.